What's going on YouTube? Stealing Likes here, and you guys have caught me once again handing the cookie jar out here trying to snatch me some likes. Today bringing you guys the first... Tonight I'm going to bring another constructed team. For those of you who didn't see last night's video, I am not bringing the Survival Saturday this week. It'll be next week. I'll explain some of the problems here in just a minute. But for tonight's battle, the constructed team is going to be Lucario, who I haven't run in a little bit, Swampert. Didn't get enough screen time yesterday for me. I like Swampert. Carbink, Metagross, who... I'm sure everybody's been all over Metagross for the last week due to its Mega Evolution being revealed. There are actually two Pokemon who are going to have a future Mega Evolution in Alpha and Omega on this team. We've got Ninetales and Hitmontop. I was going to say Hitmonlee. And I'm going to hit that challenge button. So, I never realized how much of a pain it is to breed Pikachu. For one, for those of you who have never bred a Pikachu before, whenever you breed Pikachu with anything, you get Pichu, which is a little bit different from a lot of the baby variant Pokemon, who you have to have them hold an item to get it. But breeding Pikachu, huge problem. My opponent bringing Heracross, Garchomp, Crawdaunt, Chansey, Talonflame, and Sableye. Now, I'll get back to the breeding issues here in a minute, but my opponent really packing a lot of things I don't like here. Did I bring a flyer? I meant to bring a flyer and I didn't. Do I have anybody with a flying type move? Because that would instantly ruin Heracross's day. Ice. I'm pretty sure I packed ice on somebody. Huh. No, I didn't. So, Garchomp's going to be a problem. I already know Garchomp's coming. Talonflame, on the other hand, Swampert's got its number. I'm dialed in on that. Now... if I had to guess my opponent's three Pokemon, it's going to be Garchomp, Talonflame, Sableye, and I'm really hoping that's not Mega Garchomp, because that will be a whole day ruiner. That's just a bad time waiting to happen. So let's see here. Metagross isn't half bad. Carbink is going to get dealt a lot of problems in this from that Garchomp. However, I might bring it anyway. In fact, I'm going to bring it and I'm going to lead with it. Now, there's Carbink. Talonflame, ew. I have to bring Swampert. Swampert is the only one with real answers for that Pokemon. So Swampert's going to come along. I know that Carbink probably could kill Talonflame, now that I'm looking at it. But I don't want to risk it. But then who for Sableye? Carbink. You know what? I'm just going to go with Carbink, Swampert, and Hitmontop. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm just looking for things that don't take super effectives from any of those. Well, it does take a super effective from Talonflame. And as we all know, Talonflame loves to Brave Bird things. I might have brought exactly what my opponent didn't expect in this one, with the exception of possibly Carbink, because Carbink's a boss. So we start off Carbink versus Sableye. I am completely okay with this. So, normally I'd set up Stealth Rocks. Should I set up Stealth Rocks? I mean, it's going to Will-O-Wisp first. So the question is, do I set up the rocks, or do I just go straight into a Moonblast to really hurt this thing's feelings? I'm going to set up Stealth Rocks first. It might taunt. Nope, he does go for the Will-O-Wisp, so I do get my Stealth Rocks off just fine, no longer concerned with the taunt, as I think that's the only status. No, I also pack a Trick Room on this little guy. And Trick Room, I built this team in an odd way because there's quite a good percentage of this team who can use the Trick Room very well. Not going for the Moonblast. He goes for Swagger, which really hurts my feelings, because it doesn't help my Carbink out one little bit. All it is negatives. But Carbink could break through Confusion and deal this... doesn't break through Confusion. It could have, to deal a little bit of damage to that Sableye. But in all honesty, Sableye's not that scary now. I mean, it did the worst I expect from it, and I'm going to resist what is most likely its only attack. Now, getting the Moonblast off. Oh, Sableye, not looking good. It's going for a foul play. Oh, that's a Swagger play that doesn't hurt at all. So I actually come out of that turn looking pretty good. We're about to find out, as long as I don't hit myself, we're about to find out exactly what's going down with my opponent's next Pokemon. They go for another Swagger. Just hurting my feelings. Oh, did I break Confusion already? I did break Confusion already. Okay, so I must have missed that last turn. And going for yet another self-hit on Confusion. Yeah, this Sableye, I'm really not scared of it. I resist the foul play. And in addition to resisting the foul play, I have nothing for attack. Even after like +4 stages, what is that, like 4 times my attack? I think I'm just now registering somewhere in the hundreds. Quite possibly. Just don't hit yourself again. Yes! Dead Sableye, finally. And we get to see what the next one up is. I would guess my opponent's probably not going to bring out Talonflame, because Talonflame is going to take a ton of damage on entry. If they do come out with Talonflame, then that's what happens. I mean, it could kill me. It could kill my little Carbink. Nope, they come out with Garchomp, who's going to resist the stones and probably go for a super effective Earthquake. I'm going to go for the Moonblast, just on the hope that it goes for a Poison Jab, which, actually, that's super effective. No, it's neutral. It is neutral. I forgot, rock resistant poison. So, that Garchomp is going to be furious here in a minute. And it's probably not going for another Poison Jab, if I had to guess. But this Carbink is as good as dead, so I'm really not worried about saving it. Going for another Moonblast, even though I won't live to see it. It goes for a Poison Jab, which is just good enough to kill. Thinking about going into Lucario here. I feel like I've got Swampert. Oh, I didn't bring Lucario. I've got Swampert and Hitmontop. Hitmontop's going to help me find out a couple of things about this Pokemon, though. So, going out into it, I'm going to get the Fake Out off. Which, thank you for Shady Spin, Adam, once again. The Fake Out should be good enough to just slap it in the face, find out what kind of ability it's packing. It is Rough Skin. I get terrified of that thing. It flinches, can't move, and this Bullet Punch should be a good day for that Garchomp. Boom. Oh, it barely lives. It's going for an Earthquake or an Outrage. Earthquake. So, that is not a dead Hitmontop, and it's going to heal up just enough that it's not in the red. Not a major concern here. So, now the question becomes, is the last Pokemon Talonflame? Because I'm expecting Talonflame, but I'm not too terribly certain. Its Rough Skin goes off, not that it really matters. Now, this is where things get nifty. Did I call it? Called it to a T. So, my opponent really kind of playing into my hand here. I'm not going to go for the Bullet Punch. Assuming that it lets me live, I'll do a Triple Kick. But, oh, it roosts. I do live. The resisted Triple Kick might actually do a decent chunk of damage. And I know a lot of you are probably wondering why the Triple Kick. It's due to the fact that Technician Triple Kick is power. See, that's good damage. That right there is phenomenal damage. So now, I'm going to assume this thing's going to kill me. If it doesn't, I'm going for another Triple Kick. It's just going to let me Triple Kick out. So, I've got to hope that, for one, that wasn't the best damage I could do. We're about to find out. So there's the first two and the third. I'm hitting about average damage each time. Now I'm sure this thing's not going to roost with me for every single turn. No, it does finally go for the Brave Bird. This Talonflame is dead, and it doesn't even know it yet. And I'm sure they don't know why. But, coming out with Swampert next. Now, this is where things get nifty. Because, I mean, this thing could pack something else for a grass type, a water type, or a ground type. I mean, I'm not sure. I have never really looked at the potential moves for a Talonflame. But I'm going to go for... Part of me wants to go for the Stone Edge. However, the Waterfall, it's guaranteed to hit. Yeah, I'm going to go for the Stab Waterfall. Now, it goes for a Roost. Oh, now I wish I would have Stone Edged. Stone Edge would have been fantastic. The Waterfall, however, it's going to do well enough. It's going to do over half. I know that. It's going to kill. Not afraid of Swampert one bit. And my opponent goes down hard due to that. Man, so there's round 1, match 1 for you guys. I am going to be back in about 5 seconds with match 2, so you guys already hit the challenge button. Now, I'm sure you guys are wondering, I forgot completely about the breeding problems. I'm not going to lie to you. So, going up against Lewis of Spain. Now, the big problem is breeding a good competitive Pikachu with Volt Tackle is ridiculously terrible. Ooh, and this team is ridiculously terrible for me. Actually, Swampert is a boss on this. As Slurpuff, it's like the only thing I'm looking at that's a huge concern. Well, Drapion if it packs knockoff, actually. Because Drapion can Swords Dance knockoff and just murder things. And I don't think... You know what? I do pack a super effective for Drapion on Swampert. So Swampert's coming. I want to bring Carbink again just to set up rocks for that Charizard. Because there's a decent chance that Charizard could show. I don't expect Slurpuff. And even if Slurpuff does come, I'm not bringing Hitmontop. It's not happening this time. Drapion would hate to see Lucario. Gigalith would hate to see Lucario. Poliwrath would love to see Lucario. I think Poliwrath is the... I might bring Swampert and my Steel types. Because as much as I like the rocks here, they're really not all that necessary. So I'm going to come in and lead with... If I had to guess, I'd say they'd lead with Gigalith. Which makes me want to lead with Hitmontop so I could kill it. I'm going to do that. I'm going to lead with Hitmontop. After I just said I wanted to bring my Steel types. I have to bring Swampert because it packs something for everybody on this team. And then, now the question becomes Metagross or Lucario. Or Carbink. Because Carbink's actually pretty nifty. Especially since Hitmontop and Swampert are both really slow. But I'm going to pack in Lucario for kicks. I like Lucario, especially since it's my... No, it's not my only special attacker. Carbink's one too. So, breeding a perfect Pikachu with Volt Tackle. For those of you who don't breed, you already know, because I said it earlier, that every time you breed Pikachu, you get Pichu. So if you're going to use one of the Pokemon you breed to breed again, you've got to take it out and evolve it through friendship or happiness. I think it's friendship. Oh, that is not what I expected. So... I'm going to start with Fake Out, which, little slap to the face, Drapion. Now, it's packing Black Sludge. That's good to know. It's going to take neutrals from the Triple Kick. However, this thing does not do well with physical damage, if I remember correctly. Triple Kick is on its way. Oh, it sets up Toxic Spikes. Hitmontop is looking like it could be a boss in this one. So, there's the first part of the Triple Kick. Why didn't my Hitmontop flip upside down? It's supposed to do that, isn't it? Maybe I missed it. So, now, Triple Kick didn't do as much as I wanted it to. And I feel like I'm not going to get super effective out of a Bullet Punch. I'm pretty sure of it. So, I'm going for the Rapid Spin. Just to really annoy this thing. Alright, so it's going to Earthquake me. It'll do a little bit of damage. And then I'm going to get these spikes out of here. So now, Drapion probably realizes that I opened with one of the best things I could against it. Even though that's not what I was expecting out of the opening. Going for another Triple Kick. As it goes for the Poison Jab. Now, I'm pretty sure that move can poison, which would suck. But Drapion's really not packing anything for me right now. I mean, the neutral Triple Kick is not doing terrible. It just could do a lot better. I guess this thing has absolutely abhorrent special defense rather than physical. Now, let's see. It's not in a range to die from the triple kick, which is a problem. Especially since it's, well, I have priority, so it being faster doesn't really matter. There's another poison jab, and here comes another triple kick. Why isn't Hitmontop flipping upside down? It's supposed to be all spinny. So Drapion will fall to a bullet punch, I think. Like, looking at the approximate range that it's in, because I don't remember, this is something I should look up, is whenever they're in the red, what percentage is the highest they could have in the red? It's like 15, 10, somewhere in there. Anyway, now, breeding up, I know I'm flipping back and forth to conversations. Oh, there's Charizard. There he is. Charizard doesn't care about anything I got going on. I'm actually going to let Hitmontop die. I'll go for the triple kick that doesn't matter. And it's Charizard Y, which, I mean, I did kind of think that, but without them having a dragon on their team, it could have been X, so it was a possibility. Anyway. Oh, I bet this thing has a solar beam. Swampert is doomed. Did not think that through. So who is my third? Lucario. There is nothing Lucario can do to that thing. Yeah, it can. I'm lying. I'm completely lying to myself. Counters for physical moves. That was stupid. That was really stupid. So I'm going to switch out into Swampert. Maybe. Maybe not. Let me check what else I got going on. Yeah. Counters for physical moves. So, since it resists everything else that I've got going on, I'm actually going to switch into Swampert and hope for this thing to lack Solar Beam. Because that could really hurt Swampert's feelings. Now, we're about to find out. I know this thing's faster than Swampert. I am going for the Stone Edge to do the Sunlight because of Waterfall. Oh, there's the Solar Beam. That is not a good one. So I actually fall to the Charizard because I forget about Solar Beam. Anyway, Pichu, once I evolve it, then there's the issue of there are 2 items I always use to breed, whereas there are really 3 items that you want to handle whenever it comes to breeding Pokemon. Whenever you want Volt Tackle. Because normally I keep an Everstone on the Pokemon so I get the nature I want, and then a Destiny Knot so I get 5 IVs off the Pokemon I'm breeding. But to get Volt Tackle, you can't breed one Pikachu with Volt Tackle and then breed it down like you do most moves. You have to breed it onto it every single time with a Light Ball. So I'm having a really difficult time with that right now. Let's see here. Aura Sphere, Flash Cannon. Because Feint really isn't an option. I'm going to go with the Aura Sphere. No, I probably should have gone with Flash Cannon, but I'll do it anyway. So let's see what kind of damage this can do after the resistance. Ah, yeah, that's terrible. I'm going to fall to Charizard. That's terrible. So now, really wish I had a reversal on this Lucario. I don't know if Lucario can get reversal though, as that would be absolutely phenomenal, even though I'm not certain if that would kill or not. Now I'm going to find out which one does more damage, Flash Cannon or... It looks like they did about the same. Maybe they're the same power. I just didn't want to check. So that's one of the big problems I've had as I go 1-1 tonight, is that breeding Pikachu for this survival lock is ridiculous. I've been doing this for about 2 days now. Same Pikachu. Just trying to go through and get a strong nature, because obviously I'm not going to drop the Destiny Knot for the Light Ball. That's right. There's a Light Ball hidden in here somewhere. But without further ado, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys not only enjoyed the video, but followed the conversation. It was a little wacky tonight. But you guys have a nice night. I will see you tomorrow for Subscriber Sunday with 2 more.